Unity, love, abundance, prosperity, and all things divine. I hope all is well. Happy Venus cycle. I hope this energy cycle is filled with joy, gratitude, love, abundance, prosperity, and all things divine. Now, this is a quick message, and in regards to the Lionsgate portal that just opened up recently. Now, this is a message that I wanted to give during that time. However, with a lot of other things that I was working on and doing, I wasn't able to get that message out. But because of that energy is still prevalent, I want to make sure I get this message out so that way, my followers and followers to come to my page will be able to, receive the message. Now, I noticed that every year around this time during the Lionsgate portal that a lot of people always mention about manifesting money. Now, don't get me wrong. You can use that energy to manifest money. However, you also can use that energy to be able to open up different parts of yourself, to be able to release energy that's been pimped up and built up over time that you have yet either tended to or you have tended to, but you just don't know how to get rid of the energy. Now, with that Lionsgate portal, it made me think about Leo energy. And Leo energy is all about, I feel is all about getting things done. Just like how with Aries energy, with them, and it makes sense because it's a fire sign. Fire sign is that do energy, is masculine energy. Now, with the Leo, with me thinking about Leo, is like you doing the necessary work to be able to shine a light on these different parts of yourself that you are still holding on to. This can even bring your ego and parts of your ego to the surface so that a way you can see the patterns that you keep on exerting from that egotistical mindset that is keeping you stuck and stagnant and rooted in those moments. Sometimes it can even be you revisiting trauma that made you felt like you were less than who you was, or you felt like you were powerless, or you felt like your power got stripped away. Now, with that Lionsgate portal, it was a perfect time, and still now, because I still feel like that energy is prevalent, that you can utilize that energy to be able to sit down and face the parts of your ego that's continuously keep you stuck and stagnant in these moments and taking you back to the past, to these moments as if it's happening right now. Because sometimes what the mind can do, the mind can pull up these different memories and it can send a message to your body, and your body can feel the hurt, the pain, or whatever it is that was going on during that time in those situations, which would then make you relive that situation over and over again. And that's truly how powerful our mind truly is, because we have the ability to be able to think back into the past and pull these things up from this depths of your mind and bring it to the surface to the point where you would think you really going through it over and over, like over and over and over again. But in truly be honest, is coming to the surface to help bring awareness and show you where you are still hurt and you will still feel this pain that you have not released yet. And this is a good time to be able to do that, because this right here is you taking the moment to honor your heart space. Your heart is showing you where these places within your mind that is hurting your heart space from being able to receive that healing energy to be able to relieve you from these things from the past, which will also take you back to doing shadow work. And shadow work is nothing more than you sitting down with yourself and be able to take apart these different things that have happened in your life, so that a way you can relieve yourself of that energy. You can return it back to sender, or you can return it back to source, so that a way you don't have to feel that pain anymore. You also have to acknowledge the parts that you played within your suffering. It's not always about what other people have done. It's also about what you have done as well. And you sit down and having that conversation with yourself to be able to alleviate yourself from that pain and from that suffering. That's the part of the line, that Lion's Gate portal, and that energy that is exerted from that portal opening that people can utilize. So that way, when you do relieve yourself of that, you can create the space for you to be able to call in the things that you want. It's not just about money. It also can be you calling in the career that you know that you deserve, and also the career that you know that you can exert a lot of your energy into. You can call in you wanting these different things. For example, say if someone was calling in that job, right? And not even working a 9 to 5, but there's something that's centered around like your career path or your life path. You can utilize that freed up space to be able to bring that energy in, so that way you will have a clear mind, and that you won't be coming from a space of trauma when it comes down to you walking into your purpose and being on this path to enlightenment. Utilize these energies while it's here, because it's helping to transform you. None of this energy is happening for no reason. It's not hurting you. It's not harming you, but it's getting your attention. It's like a tap on the shoulder. It's like when you at a grocery store and you in line and a person tap you on your back, or they standing too close to you. That's exactly what the energy will feel like. It will feel a little uncomfortable, especially when you're not aware of what the energy is. But if you are aware and you know these things, then when these things do come, you will do what's necessary to be able to alleviate yourself from the pain, the suffering, the hurt, and so far and so forth. Now, I know I stretched this message out, a little long, but, I'm talking to somebody today, or somebody's. It's time for you to rise above all the pain and suffering that you've been experiencing for so long. Because at the end of you doing that work on yourself, then you can walk into this part of your life to where things will start to become more easier and flows a lot more easier, because you don't have any energy that's anchoring you back. It's not like a tug of war to where on both sides is equal amount of strength. No, you can pull yourself out of this. That crab in the barrel effect, it won't have an effect anymore, because you'll realize it's nothing more than an illusion. It's an illusion that you created to keep yourself stuck. But now that you're more aware, you will take take the information from what you learned from your journey and your healing, and that way you can go out into the world and be able to be the best version of yourself. Just as like I always speak, I always want the best for others. And that's when I gain this insight and this knowledge, I want to share it with others, because it can help them on their spiritual journey. Because it's very important for us to be able to relieve ourselves of all of these things that is holding us back and keeping us stuck and stagnant and anchored in these moments over and over and over again. At some point, you have to end the cycle. And this is one of many ways in which you can end the cycle. Other than that, I love y'all. I'm thankful and grateful for y'all. Have an amazing, beautiful, abundant, and prosperous energy cycle.